I'm Colton. I would categorize myself as a writer, director, producer. Kind of the three stages of production and whatnot I'm passionate about.
And I'm Sophie. I'm mostly a producer and I assistant direct as well. When I got my first flip camera when I was younger, and I made little flip films with my friends. And then I got upgraded to my own little purple camera and made little short films with my friends. And this is probably like elementary school. And then I got older and I was like, I don't really like anything. And there was a brief period of time where I wanted to be a scientist and genetically engineer lizards to be dragons. But then when I realized that was a bit too difficult, I was like, okay, maybe I'll go into film, which is also pretty difficult.
I was really into movies since I was a young kid, and I made like some like goofy like short like family films with my brothers when I was like 5 and 6. But I really didn't do much with film until from there until when I was in like high school. I heard great things about the atmosphere in the film school. I think there's a lot of film schools that are in the same discussion as LMU that are super cutthroat and whatnot. And I think, at least in my experience here so far, LMU's been great, and everyone like works together and is collaborative, and it's a good location as well.
Looking for colleges, I just typed in top 10 film schools, and LMU was on it. And my parents had gone to Loyola New Orleans, so I was like, ooh, another Loyola. And I really wasn't interested in any of the bigger schools because growing up I always had smaller class sizes. Bigger class sizes kind of intimidated me, so I ended up deciding between UT Austin and here, and I thought just being in LA would be like so much more beneficial than being in Austin, and the smaller atmosphere, and the campus is like gorgeous.
Aberdeen's about a young journalist in her first job out of college. She's working for her small town paper in her hometown. Or not her, but a small town paper in her hometown. And she uncovers like some dark things going on, like the high school sports department that she's assigned to cover. And she has to decide like whether or not to publish it and drive her own career forward, but kind of at this expense of like her hometown that's like born and raised her. And her brother's on the team, and there's conflict between her and her brother. Telling you about the project one day, and you mentioned you want to get into AD and producing and whatnot, and I don't know, like the project.
Yeah, you like pitched me the idea, and I was like, why not? And so we did it. I really didn't know what producing or ADing entailed, so we kind of just hopped in.
Mm-hmm. I think for the most part, like a lot of people that got on board early on, we were just all kind of frustrated is not the right word, but like we wanted to do bigger projects than just our 101s, where it was just like redoing someone else's scene. Like we all felt kind of frustrated by that. And so really like passionate people jumped on board, like Thomas George, Sophie, other people, and we were like, let's make a feature. Why not? Sort of thing. It's called Cloudstar Pictures. It's currently, we had to set it up originally just for insurance reasons and whatnot for Aberdeen. But then we've kind of started, we're like, we should actually grow this. We're passionate about producing films and getting them made, getting them seen. So right now, like we said, we're in pre-production on 2 animated shorts. One that she's writing and directing. We're working on projects, but I think another big part of Cloudstar is we want to market and distribute film, like short films as well. Student films, yeah, student short films. Or just focus on production. There's a lot of great content that's being made at SFTV that like not enough people are seeing. So that's one of the big things we want to expand into is finding a demographic and an audience for films.
Yeah. Originally it was so that if someone sued us, we personally wouldn't get sued. The company would, and then we wouldn't have to pay too much.
That's why I set up an LLC.
Yeah. But then we're like, oh, we have a company now, let's do something productive with it.
I think, the biggest opportunity is just that we learned everything that we would have learned earlier. And so it's allowed us just to start working on more projects and have that knowledge for more projects. I think that without doing Aberdeen, I don't think that my current projects I'm working on would be anywhere near on stage, or at least understand. Like I wouldn't feel comfortable going out and producing the 3 films that I'm right now, or I don't know. I wouldn't feel comfortable doing what you. It for us like pushed our knowledge and everything that we learned and just like hyper sped that up. Met a lot of great people, and I think I have people that I want to collaborate with for many more projects down the road.
Yeah, I would say just emphasizing that we learned a lot before we learned it here, and I think on the grand scale of things, anything I do here is going to be infinitely easier than what we did, which means I can focus more on aspects that we didn't get to focus on in Aberdeen.
Put out a post for DPs early on the crew page, and since it was a feature, so many people applied for it. And so we're like, well, we don't know how to decide. All these reels are amazing. Let's hold like in-person interviews. That seemed logical. And then I don't think the people that were applying realized that we were freshmen. So those meetings were honestly more them turning us down than us turning them down, because they would see us and they're like, "What's your budget?
Wait, what grade are you in?"
Yeah, and they would be disinterested.
Yeah.
So I think just a lot of it was just finding a crew that would trust us and believe in the vision, which we totally ended up doing. Yeah.
Yeah, because we had no credibility, so we had to find people who are willing to give up 3 weeks of their summer vacation, come with us and film. And I think we found some great people. I had an amazing screenwriting professor named Professor Marilyn Becker, and she is a delight to work with, and I think she's given me, as a woman in the film industry, like she tells the truth. So she's told me like how much you need to work, but she's also like inspired me to like, if you write something, make it, just do it. Reach out to companies, maybe they'll pay it, you know? I feel like without her, I might not have been as confident. Like it definitely would have happened, but she definitely added a layer of confidence that I don't think I had before I took her class.
For me, I think at the time I was in Screenwriting 120 with David Clausen, and I actually found one of the co-writers that worked on the Aberdeen script with me was also in the class, Ed, and so, I mean, he was just a fantastic professor, and I think taught me so much about just like writing. Shameless plug, follow Aberdeen Movie on Instagram at Aberdeen Movie.
Or www.aberdeenmovie.com.
Or on Facebook, Aberdeen Movie 2018.